General Leopold Chade, who also doubles as the team leader of the Chief of Defense Forces mobilization drive to units, was in company of a powerful delegation of generals and the senior officers from the UPDF headquarters in Mbuya. The UPDF Joint Chief of Staff retaliated that the Chief of Defense Forces mobilization was to put in place following a decline in terms of correct ideology for soldiers. He observed that the commanders were no longer preaching their UPDF way of thinking, and therefore the CDF deemed it fit to have further engagement with the forces to reflect and remind themselves of the right way using political education.
Historical place, an important place. A place where political education, after we took over power in 1986, had its home. And you know the background, the strength of the UPDF. You know that we have survived where others have failed. We have been successful where they have failed because of correct political line. That would not have been possible if we did not have a great leader like His Excellency the President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. He has led us with all that he has. He has sacrificed for this country. He started planning on how to liberate, bring peace to Uganda in the late 60s. He sacrificed his time through the 70s. You have read his books. He has told us what he went through.
Speaking during the same occasion, the SFC commander, Brigadier General David Mugisha, who also is a member of the CDF mobilization team for Central Region, was glad to welcome the team of CFC headquarters in Entebbe. General Mugisha thanked the CDF for initiating and implementing the mobilization drive, which is aimed at increasing ideological awareness and creating frameworks that liberate the minds of members of the UPDF.
Sir, this is a clear evidence and manifestation that Uganda People's Defense Forces leadership is deeply thinking about us by initiating and implementing the exercise which is aimed at increasing ideological awareness and secure frameworks that liberates our minds as members of the Uganda Special Forces Command and Uganda People's Defense Forces. This exercise mobilization seeks to remind us of our mandate as enshrined in the Article 209 of our Constitution, which is preserve, defend, protect, cooperate, foster harmony, and engaging in productive efforts to facilitate socio-economic transformation.
At the same function, the SFC commander also presented to troops a paper on the UPDF Code of Conduct injurious to the defense forces, such as the quest for cheap popularity, intrigue and double-talk corruption, and cry for soft life. He also presented a paper on revolutionary methods of work and major service offenses that are harshly punishable by the military courts.
It's important to note that our work cannot be achievable without patriotic sacrifice, being professional, accountable, productive, and loyal to the people, and having an ideological conviction about our country's progress. To do this, we must have ideological clarity, which is consistent with the ideological orientation based on patriotic mindset. The APDF leadership is happy to emphasize continuous observation of our core values of conscious discipline, teamwork, integrity, persistence, bravery, love of knowledge, creativity, patriotism, frugality, and Pan-Africanism. as we continue to deliver our mandate.
The Chief of Training and Recruitment, Brigadier General Matthew Grume, applauded the officers and militants for their tremendous work of maintaining peace and stability for the country, saying this wouldn't have been possible without their patriotic sacrifice and ideological conviction. The UPDF Director of Operations, other than war, Colonel Chris Ogumelaki, interacted with the troops on key events in Uganda's history right from the pre-colonial army, colonial army, King's African Rifle, Uganda Rifle to Uganda Army. The Chief Executive Officer of Wazalendo Circle, Colonel John Freddy Onato, said apart from the UPDF, the rest of the military proceedings, it lived for a short time because of poor leadership. The SFC soldiers appreciated the UPDF leadership for the timely interaction because this gives them the opportunity to hear from leaders from the strategic level. They asked for such interactions to be conducted quarterly so that the questions that cannot be answered by respective formations can be ably dealt with by those from the headquarters. Other members on CDF mobilization team from the Central Region included Brigadier General Charity Bainebabo, Brigadier General Willie Bainomgisha, and Lieutenant Colonel Arthur Muhimbura. The team will now head to Military Police Headquarters in Makinde to interact with members. Anselm Ojaru, live at 8.